Hello everybody, I am Owen Thompson, and today I'm going to be doing my presentation about my autism, and this is about me here, about when I used to complete the Cardiff 10K last year, and this is about all my volunteering jobs I do in my busy times, and also about my hobbies as well, and about my hobbies are I like running, learning languages, and watching and playing sports like cricket, and I play for the club called the Glamorgan Green Caps.
When did I start to prepare?
And I started to prepare for my transitions to supported living at the age of 23.
When did I move into supported living?
I moved into supported living at 26.
What did I do to prepare?
Because I am autistic, I like to prepare, otherwise it gives me anxiety.
What were my family's concerns about transitioning into supported living?
Who I would be sharing a home with, who would be supporting me instead of my family, would the staff meet my needs?
How did transitioning into supported living feel for me?
I liked that I could visit my new home each week, getting to know staff and the house and the new buses routes. I was very happy that Aldi is on my doorstep. I do my shopping on a Tuesday.
My autism?
I look on it in a clever way to see what I am good at. It took me years to find out. I look on it in a positive way, not a negative way.
My needs?
I have to ask help to learn things in life.
My strengths?
My strengths are giving something a go and never give up.
Nervous?
It's settling into a new environment.
Anxious?
And it gives me negative comments and thoughts can't hold me back. Being prepared for the big wide world helps.
What do I feel? What do I feel the most important skill I have developed?
Independence. Try new things with support.
What are my greatest achievements since moving into supported living?
Getting a Parents Federation Awards for all my volunteering I have done over the years. Being able to complete the Cardiff Half Marathon.
What do I want to achieve in the future?
I would really like to work in a cafe or a coffee shop in the future.
How do my family feel now about supported living for me?
I am very, very happy that I have settled in so well and that I get along with all the supported staff.
If you make a mistake, don't beat yourself. Keep learning in a calm way.
And turn it into a joke. Be prepared for the future, what is to come. You never know. Family will help you to learn things in life. Remember, always visualize you are confident and capable. Train yourself. Don't rely on anyone else doing it for you. Believe in yourself. Keep yourself busy. Be proud of who you are. Don't let anything hold you back. Thank you.
Thank you, Owen. That was really, really good. Tough act to follow there. So, a little bit about me. I'm going to talk to you about my journey into supported living as well. So next slide, please, Lisa. So, growing up wasn't easy. I was misdiagnosed and classed as being naughty. My mum probably said I was. And I probably was. I used to run around Tesco's and destroy everything. But there was a reason for that. I wasn't just being naughty. It's because my autism wasn't diagnosed till much later in life as an adult now. And I just want to talk a little bit about the opportunities I've had and how I felt included and the ambition that I didn't have growing up, but thanks to the good support, the great support that I get now and through my support workers and my team, they're ambitious for me when in the days that I don't feel ambitious myself. So it's really, really important that all of us have ambition. Next slide, please, Lisa. So, I was bullied at school. Wasn't allowed in any of the local colleges where I live in Essex. So, my mum decided to send me to Coventry at 16. Not because I was naughty, by the way. And I spent 5 years there, and it was a residential college for people with lots of different conditions and disabilities. And it was a college in the day, and then it was like a care home. We stayed there 24/7. I was there for 5 years and learned everything from resitting my sort of school work to learning how to cook, and try to learn how to cook. I didn't really enjoy it, and just tried to be what I thought an adult was supposed to be. I didn't really know at 16. No one really does. Because of the bullying, and I was actually bullied by my teachers as well. And I love PE, I love football. So being here at Cardiff today is really, really cool. I wanted to do PE at school because that was my way of escaping some of the bullying and some of the nasty words that are being said. But I wasn't allowed to do it because of my other condition, which was cerebral palsy. And they said they didn't allow people like me to do sport or PE. So that was really, really hard. I knew I was autistic. Well, my mum knew I was autistic from an early age, but we really, really struggled to get the diagnosis. It kept being, use a big word, diagnostic overshadowing, I think. It kept being overshadowed by my cerebral palsy and by my, naughty behaviour. So we were really struggling, and Mum actually called social services in the middle of the night and said that she couldn't cope anymore because my behaviour was really bad. It was bad. I was a nightmare, but there was reasons for it, and my mum just couldn't cope. And I actually think, looking back now, it's a really brave move of her to do that. As a mum, to say that I need help. My dad wasn't around, and so she was really struggling. So in 2015, I moved to supported living, which was my first ever home. I know 5 years in Coventry was my home, but there wasn't an option to stay there. So supported living was my first ever home that I shared with 2 other people. Next slide, please, Lisa. Positives about supported living. I didn't know it existed growing up. I didn't really know what was out there, and nor did my mum. So we had to do a lot of learning. Having support 24-hour was brilliant, because I sometimes struggle with my thoughts and my feelings, and I sometimes have to wake people up at 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm struggling or I need some help. And to have people to talk to is really, really important, particularly around your mental health and how you're feeling. It says here, sharing household chores like cooking and cleaning. I don't know who wrote that. But that's really important when because you've got to learn new skills, haven't we? We've got to learn how to cook and clean. And as you can tell, I love it. Not really. Really important, having your own tenancy. Again, I didn't know what a tenancy was. Quite a big word, isn't it, tenancy? It means signing a, owning your own home, being in charge. Imagine me being in charge of anything. I mean, that is great. Really important. Having the freedom, this is the bit I loved, by the way. Mum's not here, so that's good. Having the freedom and time away from family was absolutely brilliant, because I could do what I wanted. And I'm sure all of you guys have had that freedom in your lives before, where I'm not going to say you've escaped your parents, but you've had that time away, Really important one, even now, learning how to be independent and making decisions. I don't like making decisions. I can tell you when we go past the cake shop what cake I want, but I really struggle with making the really important decisions, like, what to do in the home, what to do as an adult, because even now it's, I'm not going to guess the age of the room, but even now as an adult, that's quite difficult. Next slide, please, Lisa. What I achieved with the right support, really, really important when you get the right support. Living by myself, lucky enough to be decent at football, and played for England, cerebral palsy team. I actually made the squad for the Beijing Paralympics in 2008, which was really, really cool. Unfortunately, though, because of the way the manager was and the team was set up, I didn't actually get onto the pitch. So I was like a squad member. But what I did find was the world's biggest McDonald's. And I tell you what, I was there for the whole 2 weeks. Like Owen, I've done a bit of running, London Marathon in 2007. That was a really, really cool achievement. And Owen will know, crossing that finishing line is the best feeling that you can have. Set up a business called Disability for Sport, helping other disabled people be included, take part in sport, football, anything, goalball, blind cricket, wheelchair basketball, wheelchair football, anything really. But also learning about autism, believe it or not, from the 4 and 5-year-olds that I was coaching, learning how not everyone's autism is the same, and no 2 people are the same, especially with autism. And my lived experience doing this kind of stuff, telling you guys what it's all about really. Next slide, please. Things to take away. We're not talking about food here. I love food. I love takeaways. Cutting out. Really important, actually. I don't like labels. But you guys will know, sometimes when we're asking for support, when we need support, we need a label to get that help. But I don't like labels. I cut my labels out. When you buy some clothes. I don't like them. Diagnosis as an adult was a very, very long process. It took me 4 years. 4 years to get the autism diagnosis, as well as some other conditions that they tried to diagnose me with. The doctor lost my forms. The psychiatrist was late, that she didn't turn up. So it was quite a stressful time to wait that period. Everyone in this room will need support at some point in their lives as you get a little bit older. It's just that some of us need that support from day one. And it's a really, really important thing to get your head round, is that, you know, some of us do need that support. But it doesn't mean that we can't achieve anything. Focus on being ambitious with people, for people, and believing they can live independently. And actually, as you've heard from Owen, do anything that we put our minds to. It doesn't matter how big or small someone's dreams are. It's their dream. And I always tell my support workers that you're a part of my life and you're going to help me do that. I don't really want my mum around doing that. So similar to Owen and similar to our theme today is don't give up. Don't let other people, don't give up because other people say to you give up. Keep going, because sometimes we have to speak truth to power, and it's really, really hard. And sometimes there's isn't a straight road that we go down. We have to wind and round, and you know, a bit like when you go to a buffet. There's lots of things to choose from, isn't there? You know, that's what it is being around. That's what it's like sometimes in this world that we live in. You have to navigate the obstacles and go through them. So yeah, thank you very much for listening.